Sinsheimer debut, Anthony Marnell. And on the mound, the right-hander from the University of Lucas Shannon. Leading off for the Philippine baseball group, number 2, Christian Santiago.
Welcome back to Blues Baseball here on the San Luis Blues streaming network. Today, the Blues take on the Philippines baseball group back home at Sinsheimer after being on the road last night in Compton. We're going to have a radio show for you guys today as Lucas Shannon, who's standing on the mound, releases the first pitch of the game at 6:05 p.m. here on a beautiful Friday afternoon in San Luis Obispo. At the plate stands Christian Santiago, the leadoff batter, who hits it up the field towards second. Brady Alves will field it and send it over first for the first out of today's game. Let's take a little look at the lineup for the Philippines baseball group. As I mentioned, Christian Santiago, who just led off. Nomar Vasquez, Isaiah Chavez, and Micah Tagawam in the fourth spot. Ajani Reister, Caden Lewis, Dylan Tagawam, Hector Pena, Eric Espinoza finished it off, and on the mound for the Philippines, Julius Heim. To the plate now, Nomar Vasquez. First pitch is in the dirt, knocks off the face guard of catcher Anthony Marnell for the Blues. Count 1-0 with 1 out on the game so far today. As I mentioned, the Blues were down in Compton taking on the MLB Barons. Second pitch is a ball to Vasquez. First strike called on the day for Lucas Shannon. Counts 2-1 with 1 out. Pitches outside and gets past the catcher. That'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to the number 2 hitter, Nomar Vasquez. Last night, the Blues continued their winning streak after taking the Barons 15-4. That's now 12 straight wins. They're looking for their 13th today. That ball's hit high and out to shallow center field. That'll fall into the glove of Tate Blossi for out number 2 and bring up the number 3 batter for the Philippines, Isaiah Chavez. That's 2 outs early on in the game for Shannon. We've mentioned quite a bit on the broadcast so far this season how dominant the Blues pitching staff has been, especially in these back-to-back games. The Blues going on their 5th straight game today. To be able to go deep into their bullpen is proven very successful for them. First pitch low and outside for a ball. pitch. That'll be a called strike 1 to Isaiah Chavez. Pretty big gap up the center of the infield. Count 2-1 to Chavez. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent foul over the first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
You can take it home courtesy of Movement for Life.
Chavez, who's originally from Maui. 5'10", 200-pound catcher. Who's actually the DH for the day, but we'll take a look at the fielding lineup for the Philippines baseball group in a little bit. This is the 5th game for Chavez, hitting 143. And that ball is sent high back. That'll land in the grass over by the VIP section behind the home dugout. His 5th start since playing on June 10th. He's played 5 straight. First game was against the Academy Barons. And that'll be a walk for the first base runner in today's game. Let's take a little bit of a look at the fielding for the Blues. At first through third, it's Sebastian Lopez, Brady Alves, Joey Blink, and Gavin Constantine. Outfield from left to right, from right to left, Caleb Cassidy, Tape Lossy, Jake Hicksonbaugh. The battery for today, Anthony Marnell in the squat, and Lucas Shannon on the mound with Jack Gradell as the designated hitter. First pitch is swung on for strike number 1. The Philippines baseball group with 1 runner on, and Isaiah Chavez on first base. Takes a modest lead. Second ball is outside. Counts 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on. At the plate, Micah Taguam. Big swing for strike number 2. Taguam, who's playing first base today and hitting cleanup. The pitch swung on and sent foul into the SLO Blues bullpen. Lucas Shannon ahead of the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, Anthony Marnell. Keeps the ball in front, doesn't let the runner, Isaiah Chavez, on first even think about going for second. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs. Lucas Shannon throws over to first. No tag will be applied. The pitch swung on, and that is a strikeout to end the first half of the inning. 1 runner left on in Isaiah Chavez. No errors and no hits and no runs scored here in the first half of the inning. When we come back, we will have the lineup for the SLO Blues. here on the San Luis Obispo Blues streaming network. Welcome back to the Blues streaming network. First half of the first inning has gone along here at Sinsheimer. The score 0-0 as the Blues step to the plate for the first time in today's game. Before we get started, a little look at the lineup for the Blues today. It's a little different than what we've seen in the past couple of games. Jake Hicksonbaugh will lead it off today, followed by Brady Alves, Jack Riddell, and Tate Blossy in that cleanup spot. Caleb Cassidy will bat 5th, Joey Blank 6th, Sebastian Lopez 7th in his debut. Anthony Marnell and Gavin Constantine will round it out. Lucas Shannon, as I mentioned, on the mound. First pitch to Hicksonbaugh will be high for ball number 1. Hicksonbaugh, originally from Atascadero, California. Pretty local, about 20 minutes inward here from SLO. The third pitch in the dirt. That's 3 straight balls from the Philippines pitcher, Julius Heim. First pitch is a called strike. Hicksonbaugh does not agree with that one. A called strike. Once again, ball was a little outside off the plate. He went to swing his bat to take first. The count 3-2. That ball up near his head, and he will head for first base. First batter walked here in the bottom of the first inning, which will bring up the second baseman, Brady Alves. Alves, who we see a lot in that second base position. He's played there quite a bit in the last couple of games. And he swings and hacks that one into the crowd near the VIP grass. Hicksonbaugh stands over at first base. Brady, who primarily hits lower in the order. Jake Hicksonbaugh takes off for second. The throw down will not be in time. No catch is made by the second baseman, Reister. And Hicksonbaugh will dive in safely for a stolen base. Brady Alves, as I was saying, usually bats a little bit lower in the lineup. Usually in that 7, 8, or 9 position as he sends that one down the third baseline, but that'll fall foul. Battling at the plate today, it counts 0-2. His teammate Hicksonball stands directly across from him at second after getting on with the walk and taking himself to second. Hicksonball dancing over at second. The pitch to Alves is swung on, and that will be out number 1 for the Philippines group here in the first inning, which will bring up the designated hitter, Jack Gradell.
Stepping in the box now for the Blues, the designated hitter, number 15, Jack Gradell.
Gradell, who we see rotate very often behind the plate as a catcher. Today catching is Anthony Marnell. We'll see Miles Mader back there a lot. Josue Garcia. First pitch to Gradell is low for ball number 1. Hicksonball taking a pretty aggressive lead over there at second, trying to distract the Philippines pitcher. On deck stands Tate Blassie. Here's the pitch. Frame attempt by the catcher Dylan Tagawam, but will not be effective as Gradell takes 2 balls. Gradell, who's originally from Huntington Beach, California, fouls that one back once again into the VIP grass.
Our thanks to Movement for Life for sponsoring our free foul balls tonight.
Has been at Cuesta for the past 2 years, staying local for summer ball. Counts 2-1 with 1 out. Hicksonball standing at second. Got on as a leadoff from a walk. Swung on and sent into shallow right field. That'll be caught by the first baseman. The right fielder, first baseman, and second baseman all coming in towards the shallow outfield. Micah Tagawam able to make the catch for out number 2, which will bring up Tate Blassie. Tate Blassie, the center fielder for the Blues today. First pitch is inside. Watch Blassie, who's originally from Kansas, as he gets hit by a pitch to put the second base runner on the pads here in the first inning. That puts 2 runners on with 2 outs here in the first inning for the right fielder, Caleb Cassidy. Jake Hicksonball, who drew a walk as the leadoff here today, steals second, stands there now. Tate Blassie just hit by pitch to get himself on base. First pitch to Cassidy is a called strike 1. Cassidy, another pretty local guy from Solvang, California, about an hour-ish south of here. Pitch is in the dirt. They ask if he went. He did not go. That'll be ball 1 to Cassidy. This will be Cassidy's 5th game on the season. Swung on for strike number 2. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. The Blues hoping to score early on here in the game with 2 runners on, neither from a hit. First baseman is off the bag. Hicksonball making some movement over there, and that is strike number 3 to Cassidy. Strikes out swinging to go into the top of the second inning. The game still scoreless. Ahani Reister leads it off for the Philippines baseball group here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to him is low and inside for ball number 1. The Philippines draw 1 walk in the top of the first inning. Their only base runner who doesn't seem to make it around the pads. The Blues in that last half inning put Jake Hicksonball on, drawing a walk, and Tate Blassie after hit by pitch, neither of them making it around either, leaving the game scoreless here in the second inning. The pitch swung on and sent to shallow center field. That ball will drop right in between the center fielder Blassie and shortstop Joey Blank for the first hit of the game and first base runner in this inning for the Philippines. That'll bring up Caden Lewis. Caden Lewis batting in that number 6 spot. First pitch, a called strike. Throw over to Reister will not be in time. Very quick dive back into first base. The count 0-1. Pitch is inside for ball 1. This is Lewis's 5th game played. He's batting .167 on the season. Last appearance wearing the jersey on June 16th, playing the Arroyo Seco Saints. Throw over to first was in time. Sebastian Lopez able to apply the tag in time. Reister will head back to the visitors' dugout. That'll take the first baseman Lopez off the base. No runners on the pads. In and out here in the second inning. Swung on for strike number 2. Count 2-2. Shannon working his way back into the count. Pitch in the dirt and through the legs of the catcher, Anthony Marnell. With no runner no longer on, doesn't mean much besides the fact that the count is now full to Caden Lewis, second batter of the inning. Lucas Shannon. Here's the pitch. And he hits him square in the back, right above the numbers, and that will send Lewis to first, replacing Reister, who just got out after being picked off. That'll bring up the number 7 batter, Dylan Taguam. Taguam coming to plate with 1 out and 1 runner on. First pitch to Taguam is low and outside. Lewis with pretty aggressive lead over on first. First baseman Sebastian Lopez waiting patiently for a possible pickoff attempt again. Ball is a called strike. Sorry, pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Count 1-2 to Dylan Taguam. Lucas Shannon's 4th appearance with the Blues so far on the season. His 2nd start. That ball is slapped off the barrel over into the Little League ballpark over the home field dugout. And Shannon's last appearance with the Blues was June 13th against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Went 2 1/3 with 2 hits, 1 run, 1 error, and 5 strikeouts. The pitch in the dirt, and that will send the base runner Lewis over to second. Thinks about third, doesn't go, as Marnell receives the ball in front of the home plate dugout. Caden Lewis now standing on second after being hit by a pitch. Shannon taking a breath on the mound. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent down the third base side, but that'll draw foul. Taguam battling in the 7th spot, hoping not to leave yet another runner on. Count 2-2. The pitch, low and in the dirt. Marnell will keep it in front. Lewis with no attempt to go to third. The infield playing back. Tagwam with his body open, his left foot far out in front. Swung on for strike number 3, and that will sit down Tagwam for the second out of the inning. And bring up the number 8 batter, Hector Pina. Hector Pina, originally from Simi Valley, California. Big swing for strike number 1. 2 outs on the inning. 1 runner standing on second base after being hit by a pitch and making his way to second on a pass ball. Called strike number 2 to Pina. Count 0-2. Pina's 7th game played. Currently has a 133 average on the season. The pitch swung on and sent into shallow right field. That'll be caught by the second baseman, Brady Alves, to end the top half of the second inning. Philippines leave 1 runner on. No errors, no hits. Sorry, 1 hit and no runs scored. We'll take you into the bottom of the second. Joey Blank's going to start it off for the Blues here in the bottom of the second inning. His first appearance playing at Sinsheimer with the Blues. First pitch at the home field will be a called strike 1. Joey Blank, who joined the team for his debut as a Blue on the road last week on that 5-game road trip. Didn't play in Tuesday or Wednesday's game at home. And that'll be strike number 3, swung on by Joey Blank.
Number 17, the first baseman for tonight's contest, Sebastian Lopez.
Which will bring up Sebastian Lopez for the Blues, the first baseman hitting in that number 7 spot. Swung on and sent sky high to shallow center field. The third baseman, shortstop, and center fielder all come in. That'll be grabbed by the shortstop, Christian Santiago.
At the plate now for the Blues. Another debut appearance at Sunshine.
2 batters, 2 outs so far in the inning. That'll bring up the number 8 spot, Anthony Marnell, also in his debut as a Blue here at Sinsheimer. Marnell, originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, goes to San Diego State University. Previously went to College of Southern Nevada and Oregon State. That'll be 3 straight balls served to the catcher. Redshirt junior. First strike called. Counts now 3-1. Pitch is sent to the third baseman. It goes straight through the wickets. And Marnell will take first base. First hit for the Blues on the day, coming from Marnell in his debut.
Heading now for the Blues, the ninth batter in the lineup, the third baseman, number 6.
Sorry, that'll be an error. Marnell makes contact, but the third baseman, Nomar Vasquez, not able to get a glove on that. Will be ruled an error. Nevertheless, Marnell now stands on first as Gavin Constantine, number 9, batter steps to the plate and fouls off the first one for strike number 1. Pitch is outside. Constantine from McKinney, Texas, one of the many Texians on the team. Pitch is swung on for strike number 2. The count 1-2 with 2 outs to Gavin Constantine. Constantine, who's playing over at third base today, giving Comerford a little bit of a break, especially after a little tweak he had going into the game on Wednesday. The game at home on Wednesday. Originally in the lineup. Very, very late was removed, and the Cutter Gage Webb started as the third baseman in replace of Comerford. Today, it'll be Gavin Constantine. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That'll be high, and the count will run full. Constantine. Runner goes as Constantine sends that one into center field. It'll drop as he takes first and moves Anthony Marnell all the way over to third base. For the second time in today's game, the Blues have a runner in scoring position, this time just 90 feet away from touching home plate. Constantine will record the first hit of the day for the Blues. A ball hit into shallow center field, dropping just in front of the Philippines center fielder Eric Espinoza. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Jake Hicksonbaugh will step to the plate. And his first at bat got on with a walk and stole second. Pitch is way up high for ball number 1. Anthony Marnell with a good jump off of first was already going to steal second when Constantine made contact, which got him all the way around to third. And there goes Constantine. Pitcher throws it over to first as Constantine takes off, and he will take second safely. First baseman Mike Taguam attempts to throw it over to the shortstop Christian Santiago, who was standing on second, but was not able to make it in time. Constantine outrunning the ball.
Get your fast speed seat cushion for promotional content.
2 runners now in scoring position for the Blues with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Jake Hicksonball has seen a ball, and that'll be another ball upstairs to him. Hicksonball, whose last appearance was against the Sonoma Stompers on Wednesday. That'll be the 3rd straight ball to Hicksonball. Possibly going to draw another walk here, just as he did in his first at bat. That would put the bases loaded for the number 2 hitter, Brady Alves. Here's the pitch. That'll be inside, and Hicksonball will take first once again on a walk. The base is now loaded here in the 2nd inning. The Blues have a great opportunity to put a couple runs on the board. Base hit will score 1. Send it to the outfield, and you might just score 2. Some wheels over there on Constantine. Alves, who struck out in his first at-bat, as the catcher Dylan Taguam meets his pitcher on the mound, hoping to calm him down in this situation. There's 2 outs. The first coming from a strikeout swinging, the second from a pop-up. The Philippine Baseball Group looking to try to get out of this one relatively unscathed. A pop fly, a strikeout, fly out, any of those will end the inning. And that ball is sent high over to center field. Who will grab it? It'll be the right fielder who came all the way over, and that'll end the inning. The Blues leave 3 runners on base, 1 error on the inning, no runs scored, and 1 hit as we go into the top of the 3rd inning. Titus Goki will step to the plate, facing Eric Espinoza. His first appearance in the game, batting in the number 9 spot. First pitch will be a swung on for strike number 1. Swung on and sent to shortstop. The ball we fielded and sent over to first. The ball is way over the glove of the first baseman, Sebastian Lopez. That'll be an error to put Espinoza on first, coming from the shortstop, Joey Blank. That'll bring up the top of the order for the Philippines in Christian Santiago. In his first appearance at the plate, grounded out to second. Pitch is a called strike 1. Espinoza not with a terribly large lead over on first. Sebastian Lopez at the ready. And there he goes. It's a hit and run. The ball hit to the third baseman, Gavin Constantine, who will throw it over to Sebastian Lopez to get the first out. Espinoza will take second. Already halfway there when the ball was hit by Christian Santiago. That'll bring up Nomar Vasquez. Nomar, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Originally from Lancaster, California. This will be his 7th game played with the Philippines on the season. Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball number 1. Batting 154. 4 runs, 1 stolen base, and 2 hits in the 6 games he's played so far. Pitch. Great frame attempt by the catcher, Marnell. That'll be strike number 1. Eric Espinoza stands on second after getting on from an error. Christian Santiago sends him over to second with his ground out. Dancing over there at second base as Vasquez takes ball number 2. Count 2-1. Titus Goki stands on the mound. Came in for Lucas Shannon. That ball is high. That'll be 3 balls to Vasquez. 1 strike with 1 out and a runner on second. The pitch. That'll be high, and Vasquez will take first base after drawing a walk. The Philippines with 2 runners on base. Eric Espinoza stands on second. Vasquez now just taking first. And that'll bring up the number 3 batter, Isaiah Chavez, who drew a walk in his first appearance at the plate. Titus Goki's 5th appearance so far on the season. Looks over at second, but will send the ball home. Frame attempt by Marnell, and that'll be a called strike number 1 to the number 3 batter, Chavez. Lopez stands off first base, and that ball is hit sky high. It looks like that might fall out of the field of play. Never mind, Marnell going back, and he will catch that one. close to the fencing on the backstop. But nevertheless, that will be out number 2, a pop-up by Isaiah Chavez.
Number 34, Micah Tagium.
That'll bring up the cleanup batter, Micah Tagawam. Playing first base today. He'll come to the plate with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Struck out in his first appearance to the plate. That ball's in the dirt for ball number 1. Gets a little bit away from Marnell, but no runners will try to go. Goki with 11 strikeouts on 12 and 2/3 innings. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent back behind the backstop, and it looks like it might have fallen right into a crowd of kids. It hits one of the, what I assume is one of the mothers, right on the head. She seems to be okay. She's up and standing. She waves it off. She's smiling. I think she wants the ball. Micah Tagawam should sign it for her. Pitches in the dirt. Marnell keeps it in front of him. No runners even attempt to leave their base. All the infielders off their bag. Pitch. Swung on for strike number 2. The count is even with 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs and 2 runners on for the Philippines in the top of the 3rd inning. Goki hoping to get out of this inning with no base runners, making it even closer to home. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that is strike number 3. And that'll end the inning for the Philippines, who will retreat back to their dugout as the Blues look to take a lead. The score still 0-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jack Riddell will lead it off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still scoreless. Riddell looking to lead it off and make something happen as he sends that one towards left field. Going back and making the catch is Hector Pina. One pitch, one swing, one out. Tate Blassie will step to the plate, hit by pitch in his first at bat. First pitch to Blasey is a called strike number 1. Blasey swings and sends that one to the third baseman. It'll get past him, but the shortstop will field it. He'll send a ball to first, but it'll trickle into the glove of the first baseman, Micah Taguam, and Blasey will take first safely. That'll be a single for Blasey, the first base runner of the inning, which will bring Caleb Cassidy to the plate. Caleb Cassidy, who's playing right field today. Blasey takes off for second. No one's at second base. They overthrow it, and Blasey will go for third. The center fielder will field the ball, but will not make it in time. Blasey all the way to third base. The catcher, Dylan Taguam, very confused as to why no one moved to cover second as Blasey took off. Neither the shortstop, Christian Santiago, or the second baseman, Ahani Reister, even made an effort to step to the bag. The ball just flew right over the second base into center field. Center fielder Eric Espinoza attempts to make the play over at third, but Blasey is way too far gone. Now stands at third base on an infield error. Cassidy will send that ball to third base, and Vasquez will send it over for the second out of the inning. Blasey will stand on third, no attempt to go.
Here's number 24, Joey Blank at the plate.
The ground out for Cassidy will bring up Joey Blank. The base runner just 90 feet away from putting a run on the board in today's game. The second inning ended with bases loaded and no one able to capitalize. First pitch to Blank is a strike. Blank in his debut at Sinsheimer as a Blue. Big swing, and that'll be strike number 2. The count 0-2. Pitch swung on and sent towards right field. That'll send out the second baseman, who will be called off, and the center fielder, the right fielder, Caden Lewis, will make the play for the third out.
It is time for our on-field game, the Hyundai of San Luis.
One error, no runs, one hit, and one runner left on base in the third inning. That'll take us to the fourth, still scoreless here at Sinsheimer. number 5 batter, Ahani Reister, will lead it off for the Philippines baseball group. The score still 0-0 in the 4th. First pitch, a ball from Titus Goki. Big swing from Reister for strike number 1. Reister from Chatsworth, California. Playing second base today for the Philippines baseball group. Counts 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent to first base. That'll be in fair play. Sebastian Lopez will take it himself and touch first for the first out in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Caden Lewis. Lewis, who got on by a hit by pitch.
Sending it now for the Philippine team. It is number 28, Caden Lewis.
Pass ball sent him over to second. He was the first Philippines base runner to be in scoring position on the game so far. Eric Espinoza, the second, who got on from an error and stole second in the 3rd inning. 2 balls sent Lewis's way. Pitch, that'll be outside for the 3rd straight ball. Outside, and Lewis will take first base. His 2nd time getting on without a hit. In fact, the Philippines baseball group with only 1 hit so far on the day, coming from Ahani Reister in his first at bat, who we just saw ground out to first. Caden Lewis will stand on first as Dylan Taguam steps to the plate. Taguam, who struck out in the 2nd inning. First pitch is low and outside for ball number 1. The Blues looking for their 13th straight win. Here's the pitch. That'll be high for ball number 2. That'll send the catcher, Anthony Marnell, out to the mound looking to calm down his pitcher, Titus Goki, after walking Caden Lewis and serving up 2 more balls to Taguam. As I mentioned earlier, the Blues pitching staff so insanely dominant this whole season so far, without a doubt. But it's not without surprise that pitchers get in their head, they get in situations, and the Blues have shown a great job of being able to get out of those. And there's a strike called from Goki. Counts 2-1 with a runner on first base. 1 out on the inning. Lewis looks like he's going to take off. He'll run back to first. The count 2-2. Goki working his way back through the lineup. Sorry, through the count. Pitch is in the dirt. Marnell will hold on to it. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now, and a runner on first base. Right-handed pitcher versus a right-handed batter. Taguam will draw a walk, sending Lewis to second and bringing up the number 8 batter, Hector
For the Philippine
Pina.
team, number 23, the left fielder, Hector Pina.
First batter of the inning, Ahani Reister gets out on a ground out to first base. Sebastian Lopez tags his own base. Caden Lewis walks, now stands on second. Dylan Taguam also walks, now stands on first. In the first pitch to Hector Pina is a ball. Hector Pina, who popped out to second base in his first at bat. And the ball will get past the catcher, Marnell. Lewis will take third. Taguam will take second. 2 runners now in scoring position for the Philippines baseball group. The first time the Philippines have had a runner on third base in the game. Their 4th time with a runner on second. That'll be 2 balls and no strikes to Pina, as the ball is way outside, but Marnell will hold on to it. Three straight balls to Pina. Runners on third and second. 1 out on the inning. The pitch. That'll be outside, and Pina will draw a walk, the 3rd walk of the inning. 3rd straight walk of the inning. The base is now loaded, and Dean Trainer will emerge from the Blues dugout.
Blues baseball is brought to you by Ritual Reform. Rizzoli's
The infield coming to meet their pitcher on the mound.
Tavern, St. Louis Ambulance, and Slow Cider. Other sponsors include Taylor and Safan, Sunrun, Studio Design Group Architects, Sports Balls Games.
Caden Lewis stands on third after drawing a walk. Dylan Taguam on second after drawing a walk, and Hector Pina on first after drawing a walk. Dean Trainer looking to calm down his pitcher.
A reminder that we are back in action tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock tomorrow with the
Some Blues pitchers in the bullpen. It doesn't look like anyone's emerging, and I think Dean Trainer is going to let Goki get himself out of this one. Marnell stays a beat on the mound talking to his pitcher, but the infield will retreat back to their positions. Dean Trainer to the dugout. Goki will face Eric Espinoza. Espinoza, who bats 9th, got on from an error by the shortstop Joey Blank, who had overthrown it to first base in the 3rd inning. The pitch is outside for ball number 1 to Espinoza. The pitch is in the dirt. Marnell stays in front of it. The ball trickling past him. He looks a little turnaround. He finds it. Goki comes in. Little underhand toss back to the pitcher will send him back to the mound. Each base runner standing on their respective bases. First baseman Sebastian Lopez touching that infield grass. Gavin Constantine doing the same over at third. Joey Blank and Brady Alves, the shortstop and second baseman, a little push back. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fouled off for strike number 1. The count 2-1 to Espinoza. A strikeout or infield pop-up might just save the Blues in this situation. Pitch is high, but a frame attempt by Marnell will pull it back down for strike number 2. Titus Goki, a strike away from sitting down the first batter. Sorry, the second batter of the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent high. That'll trickle in to center field. Tate Blasey will make the catch. That'll send Lewis home. The ball will not be in time. No tag applied. And the Philippines baseball group will score the first run of the game. Dylan Taguam will stay on second and Hector Pina at first. Eric Espinoza with an RBI. Fly out to center field. That'll bring up the top of the order in Christian Santiago. He'll step to the plate with runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That'll be high for ball number 1. Both runners pretty aggressive over there on their base pads. Pina on first, Tagalum on second. As that ball gets in the dirt, it looks like it hit Santiago. The ball got a little bit away from Marnell before the umpire put up his hands. No runners took off stealing, but they'll take a base anyways. Bases loaded once again. Santiago on first. Pina on second and Taguam on third. Looks like Dean Traynor will step back out of the dugout. The infield congregating once again on the mound. This will be Dean's second visit, and that will bring someone out of the Blues bullpen. Goki will leave the field, and we'll let you know who is coming to the mound for the Blues when we get back. Hunter Kohler takes the mound here in the top of the 4th inning, taking over for Titus Goki. He'll face the number 2 batter, Vasquez. First pitch, a ball way outside. Runners stand on second and third base in Hector Pina and Dylan Taguam. Caden Lewis scored after an RBI flyout by Eric Espinoza. First and only run on the game. Count 1-1. The pitch is in the dirt. Marnell keeps it in front and no runners go. Sorry. Correction, bases loaded. Christian Santiago, who just got on by a hit by pitch right before Kohler came in. Pitch is swung on and sent sky high towards shallow center field. Wait, that'll stay in the infield. Joey Blank will make the catch to end the inning. The Philippines group leaving 3 runners on base after scoring 1 with no hits and no errors made in the inning. The Blues look to put some runs on the board as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. First baseman Sebastian Lopez will lead it off for the Blues in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Philippines putting a run on the board in their last plate appearance. Sebastian Lopez, who had a pop out to shortstop in his only at bat of the game. He'll take ball number 1. That'll be ball number 2 served to Lopez. Three straight balls served to Sebastian Lopez. That ball is sent back into the orange bleachers behind home plate. That'll be the first strike of the at-bat. Lopez will stay ahead with 3 balls and just 1 strike. The ball is sent into left field. Pino will come in to make the play for the first out on the inning.
Here's number 4, Anthony Marnell.
That is the 3rd time that the leadoff batter has gone out so far in the game. Jake Hicksabah, who led off in the first, got on with a walk, but Joey Blank, who started the second, a strikeout, and Jack Riddell, who started the third, a flyout also to left field. Sebastian Lopez now also with a flyout to left. That brings up Anthony Marnell, who swings for strike number 1. That'll be a called strike number 2. The count 0-2 to Marnell. Marnell, who got on after hitting a ball straight through the wickets of the third baseman in E5. And that'll be a called strikeout to Marnell for the second out of the inning. That's 2 batters now sent back to the dugout. Strikeout looking to Marnell will bring up Gavin Constantine, who recorded the first hit of the game for the Blues. A single and eventually took second. First pitch is a called strike 1 to Constantine. Pitch is through the legs of the catcher Dylan Tagawam for ball number 1. The pitch to Constantine, swung on for strike number 2. He falls behind in the count, 1-2. 2 outs. The batters ahead of him, Sebastian Lopez and Anthony Marnell, out on a flyout and a strikeout looking. Constantine looking to get something going for the Blues here in the 4th after the Philippine Baseball Group takes the first lead of the game in the last inning. Swung on and sent towards the shortstop, who will field it and send it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. The Philippines face 3 batters and reside 3. That'll take us into the top of the 5th inning. The Blues leaving no runners on with no hits and no runs scored. The Philippines lead 1-0. Ahani Reister steps to the plate for the 3rd time in today's game. In the last inning, grounded out to first base. The first pitch, a ball low and outside. The Philippines put the first run on the board in the matchup today. The score 1-0. That ball up near his face for 2 balls and no strikes. Called strike number 1 to Reister. Reister, who singled in his first at bat, and as I said, a ground out to first in his second. Sorry, I apologize. That is Isaiah Chavez, the number 3 batter up to the plate, who will take strike number 2. The count now full 3-2 to Chavez. Pitch is swung on and sent to the third baseman, Constantine, who will field it and send it over to the first baseman. The throw will be off of the bag, but Lopez will make the tag for the first out of the inning.
Batting on number 34, Micah Tagam.
Micah Tagawam will step to the plate. He has struck out twice, both swinging so far in the game. He'll face Goki, he'll face Kohler for the first time today. First pitch, a ball high and outside. Swung on for strike number 1. Ball is low and outside. You might have noticed similar last names in this lineup. Micah Tagawam, who's at the plate, and Dylan Tagawam, who is in the squat today. That'll be the third ball served to Micah Tagawam. Dylan bats 7th. And this Tagawam will draw a walk, first base runner of the inning. That'll bring up Reister.
Number 13, Johnny Reister.
Reister, who I mistakenly thought was hitting leadoff, but is now hitting number 3 in the inning. He'll swing in that first one and send it to the backstop for strike number 1. It was Reister with a single in the first hit for the Philippines in the second, and then a ground out in the 4th. That'll be a called strike. That'll be 2 straight strikes served to Reister. Kohler working his way back through this inning. Isaiah Chavez, who grounds out as Reister steps out of the batter's box. He walks Tagawam, but is quickly ahead of the count while facing Reister. There's a pitch, and that is called strike number 3 to Reister, and he will sit him down looking. That'll be the second out on the inning. Tagawam stands lonely over there at first. And that'll bring up Caden Lewis in his 3rd appearance at the plate. He's gone on every time. The first by a hit by pitch, the second a walk. The only player on either side to touch home so far in the game. He'll take a big hack for strike number 1. Tagawam stands over at first. That ball in the dirt. Marnell stays in front of it. Kohler. Pitch will be a called strike. He'll throw down to Sebastian Lopez at first, hoping to get Tagawam out, but the tag will not be in time. Count 1-2 with 2 outs. Kohler able to finish the inning right here, and he'll swing, and that'll be sent to third base to Constantine. Constantine will throw it over to first. A little stretch from Lopez, but that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, and the Blues will finish it unscathed. No hits, no runs, no errors, 1 runner left on base in the top of the 5th inning. The Blues looking to put something on the board in the bottom of the 5th. the top of the order, and Jake Hickson ball will start it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Blues still scoreless as he sends that one to left center field. It'll be the second baseman who makes the play for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out to start off the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Brady Alves, the second baseman, hitting in the 2 spot. Alves' 8th game played as he takes strike number 1. Alves seeing the field in the last 4 games now. Played in the 2-game series against the Stompers and on the road at the Academy of Barons in Compton last night. Count 1-1. It looks like that one will hit him on the hip or lower stomach area. He'll jog down to first base. Looking all right, but that'll be a hit by pitch. Put the first base runner on and bring up Jack Gradell.
Number 15, Jack Gradell.
Blues with no base runner in their last plate appearance and a base runner all the way to third in their second last appearance in the 3rd inning. Looking to make something happen here now with Alves standing over at first. Pitch will be thrown over to first base. No slide from Alves, and he'll be all right over there. The pitch to Gradell. That'll be a called strike number 1. Gradell, who popped out in his first appearance and flew out in his second. Gradell serving as the designated hitter in today's game as the pitcher Julius Heim throws it over to first once again, an attempt to get out Brady Alves. Count 0-1. The pitch swung on, and that will be sent down the right field line. That one will stay in the field, but it'll fall foul. Caden Lewis, the right fielder, unable to get there in time. Neither was Micah Taguam or Ahani Reister, the second baseman. That'll be 2 outs. That'll be 2 strikes to Gradell. The pitch swung on, and that will be a K to Gradell, who will go back to the dugout, and Tate Blasey will step to the plate in his place. 2 outs with the runner on first base in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Blues trailing the Philippine baseball group 1-0. Blasey, who's also reached base in both of his appearances at the plate so far. The first, a hit by pitch. Second, a single. Got himself all the way over to third base in that outing. Now Alves stands on first after being hit as well. Count 1-1. Blasey's 4th appearance. Throw back over to first base. Alves stepping back onto the base. Count 1-1 to Gradell. Off goes Alves, and no throw will be down. That'll be a stolen base.
Number 27-73.
And put a runner in scoring position for the Blues with 2 outs on the inning.
Promotional concepts.
The pitch was outside for a ball. The pitch. That'll be outside for a ball number 3. The count 3-1. Blazy far ahead of the count. Looking to make something happen with Alves right across from him in scoring position. He's dancing over there at second. And that will be ball number 4 to Blazy. He will make it to first safely once again for the 3rd time in the game. And that'll bring up Cesar Chavez coming in to pinch hit for Caleb Cassidy. Chavez will step to the plate with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Blazy looking over to second there. It'll be a double steal. Blazy will go for second, Alves for third. No throw made in either direction. That'll put 2 runners in scoring position for the Blues here in the 5th inning with 2 outs. The pitch to Chavez, a ball. And a double steal for the Blues. 2 runners in scoring position. Looking to put something on the board as Chavez hits that one right up the line into center field. That'll bring in Alves. And round comes Blazy, and that'll be 2 runs scored for the Blues here in the 5th inning. A 2 RBI single for Chavez, who puts that one right down the middle. And bring in the 2 base runners in Alves and Blazy with 2 outs. Diego Murillo will come in for Joey Blank, looking to keep this inning going. First pitch, a strike. Chavez stands on first. Murillo at the plate with 1 strike. The pitch is hit towards left field. Chavez will take second. And Murillo a single. Christian Santiago laying out over at shortstop, looking to stop the ball in this inning for the Philippines. Was not able to make it in time. The ball hit just perfectly in between the third baseman and the shortstop into left field. That'll bring up Sean Rivas, also coming in here in the 5th inning for Sebastian Lopez. Rivas coming on with 2 runners on. Big swing from him, but that'll be strike number 1. Alves, the first base runner of the inning, getting on by a hit by pitch. And that ball will be laced down the third base line, but it'll fall foul. That'll be 2 strikes with no balls. Tate Blazy, the second base runner after being walked. He got on with 2 outs. Looks like maybe the bat broke there on Rivas. He's tossing it back into the dugout. He'll walk out with a new one. With a new bat in his hand, Rivas will step back into the batter's box. Runners on first and second. The Blues already scoring 2 runs here in the 5th. It'll be another double steal as Rivas takes a hack at that and fouls it off. Both runners will retreat back to their original bases. Chavez stands on second, Murillo on first, both getting on from a single. Count 0-2. Rivas battling at the plate. Here's the pitch. That'll be high and outside for ball number 1. Rivas, who came in for Sebastian Lopez. The Blues putting some runners across the plate. Count 1-2. The pitch. Swung on and sent back up near the press box. Rivas keeping this inning going and this at-bat going. The count 1-2, not wanting to let up the inning quite yet. The pitch, once again, fouled off by Rivas. That one to go hit the tents in the VIP section.
Thanks to Movement for Life for sponsoring our foul balls today.
Sean Rivas's 10th appearance. As he checks that one, and it'll dribble down the first base line. He runs, but will not be in time. The pitcher will toss it over to the first baseman for the third out. The Blues leave 2 runners on, but not before scoring 2 runs to take the lead for the first time in the game. 2 hits, no errors. The score 2-0 going into the 6th inning. The Blues take the lead after scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Philippines now trail by 1. Dylan Tagium stepping to the plate here in the 6th inning. Hunter Kohler still on the mound. First pitch, a called strike. Tag him with a strikeout and a walk so far in the game as he takes ball number 1, the count even. The pitch swung on and sent down third baseline. That'll be foul for strike number 2. Kohler takes the lead. Dylan tagged him in the squat today. I mentioned earlier Micah tagged him, his brother, over at first as he sends that one high to right field. Coming in will be Cesar Chavez, who came in for Caleb Cassidy in the 5th inning to make the first out.
Is number 8, Austin Bash.
Austin Bash steps to the plate, wearing number 8, pinch hitting for Hector Pena. Pena, who had a pop out and a walk in his 2 appearances. First pitch called strike. Big swing and a miss from Bash for strike number 2. Originally from Calabasas, California. He fouls that one over the third base side. Bats left, throws right. An outfielder. Here's the pitch, and he sends that one sky high. Looks like that might stay in the field. Coming in is Gavin Constantine, who will make the catch in front of the visiting dugout for out number 2. That'll bring up the bottom of their order and Eric Espinoza. He will be staying in the game thus far. Espinoza from Redondo Beach, California. He'll come up with 2 outs and no runners on. The first pitch, a called strike. He's played in 5 games now. That ball coming.
That one just about took out our broadcast team.
That ball coming right back towards the press box. My life just flashed before my eyes. Thought that one was coming right for me. Drops just below. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball high. The count now even with 2 outs and no runners on to Eric Espinoza, who just attempted murder on my life. And he'll hit that one past the shortstop in to left center field for a base hit. That'll bring up the top of the order.
We're back to the top of the line.
Christian Santiago.
Number 2, the shortstop, Christian Santiago, at the plate.
Christian Santiago at the plate. The leadoff batter for the Philippines, Eric Espinoza, over there on first. He'll lace that one right up the middle into center field. Eric Espinoza will take second base. And Santiago with a single.
We'll bring up number 19, Nomar Vasquez.
Nomar Vasquez will step to the plate, but not before Dean Traynor will emerge from the bullpen, looking to have a word with Hunter Kohler, the 3rd pitcher of the game so far. Some activity over in the Blues bullpen.
aesthetic eye care. Other sponsors of Blues baseball include Big Brand Tire,
The infield coming in for the chat as well.
Ashley Advanced Engineering, and Arrowhead LLC.
Looks as though Dean Trainer might just be out there for a little mound visit, inspiring his pitcher to finish out the inning.
And Apex Technical Sales.
The Blues not yet with a big enough lead
Blues
to
baseball
risk putting any more runners around. The tying run now stands on second base. Santiago stands at first. He'd win back the lead for the Philippines if he manages to make it around and Nomar Vasquez up to the plate. He'd be the guy to do it. Pitch to him is low and in the dirt. Marnell keeps it in front of him, but not before Eric Espinoza takes third. Runners now on the corners of the field. Espinoza stands on third, Santiago on first. Pitch is low and outside for ball number 2. Sean Rivas, who's now over at first, stays on the bag. Gavin Constantine off over at third. Pitch is in the dirt. Marnell not sure where it is. That'll bring in Espinoza for the second run to tie the game for the Philippines, and Santiago will make his way all the way over to third. Marnell not able to find that ball. It hit the dirt. Ran in a couple of circles until Kohler found the ball. But Espinoza touches home plate easily. The count 3-0. That ball gets behind Marnell, but not far enough to send Santiago in. But that'll be a walk to Vasquez, and Dean Trainer will step back out of the Blues bullpen. And it looks like that'll be it for Kohler as he motions to the bullpen. And we will let you know who that is when we get back. Isaiah Chavez to the plate. The new pitcher on the mound, Felix Stork. He will inherit two base runners on first and third base. The first pitch to Chavez, a ball. Standing on third is Christian Santiago. On first, Nomar Vasquez. The Philippines baseball group able to put one more runner across home plate to tie the game back up. The count 1-1. Pitch, and Vasquez will run to second. No throw will be made. Not surprising in any way if Marnell attempted to make that throw down to second base. Santiago surely would have run home and created a lead for the Philippines. Vasquez also with a good jump over at first made it to second before Marnell could even do anything. The count 1-2 to Chavez. Here's the pitch. That'll be in the dirt, but Marnell will keep it in front of him. The deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Both in scoring position for the Philippines. Felix Stork looking to end the inning here. And Chavez will send that one to third baseman Constantine, who will throw it over to first. The ball will be a one-hop. Sean Rivas will not be able to make the play. Nevertheless, he'll send it back down to home in an attempt to get out Vasquez, who came from third, and the play will be in time. Marnell tagging him out. The Philippines scored 2 in this inning. Santiago made it home before Vasquez thrown out at home. The Philippines now lead the Blues 4-2 going into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Let's do some dancing. We're going to pull this one up out of the catalog. You haven't heard this one in quite some time. Let's see if you remember all of the moves without the words to help you along. It's La Macarena. Now we see people dancing in their seats. This is the karaoke version of the song, so you can sing along if you know them. They're actually dancing. If Al Gore were here, he would be doing the Macarena. The new pitcher now for the Philippines baseball group, number 24, Kai Sanchez, right-hander from Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii. Pinch hitting now for Anthony Marnell is number 48, Miles Mason.
Pinch hitting for Anthony Marnell. Miles Mater will step to the plate. Last time Mater was at the plate here at Sinsheimer, it was on Wednesday after a walk-off single to end the game against the Sonoma Stompers. Mater madness, to say the least. He'll come in here in the 6th inning to lead it off for the Blues. Kai Sanchez now stands on the mound for the Philippines. Pitch swung on and sent back over the backstop. Count is now 1-1.
Brought to you by Movement for Life.
Mater, who has just been dominant both behind the plate but also at the plate. Big swing for strike number 2. Mater will take off his helmet. Looks like he's trying to get the hair out of his eyes. Count is 1-2. Pitch is way off the plate. The count now even. Mater's 10th appearance. This will be his first time not starting. The pitch is swung on to right center field, and that'll drop just before the center fielder for a single to start off the inning. The first time since the first inning that the leadoff batter has reached base. The last time was when Jake Hicksonball started the game and got on via walk. That'll bring up Gavin Constantine, the third baseman. Mater with a lead over at first. The first pitch, a ball. Constantine, a single in his first plate appearance and a ground out in his second. That ball will be low and outside. Mater with just 1 stolen base so far on the season. But it looks like he'll go. He's going for second. The throw down will not be in time. He'll make it in before the tag is even applied. And it looks like he'll have 2 stolen bases on the season. Constantine has been fed 3 straight balls. The top of the order on deck. Constantine showing bunt with 3 balls and no strikes. He'll pull it back, and that'll be called strike number 1. Constantine's 7th game played and 6th start. He'll show bunt again. He'll pull it back, but that'll be called strike number 2, and quickly the count is full. Mater making lots of movement over there as Constantine takes a hack and fouls it off on the backstop. The pitcher, Kai Sanchez, who just came in here in the 6th inning, looking to get out of this. Constantine battling at the plate. Mater being quite the distraction over there. And that'll be a walk. Fourth ball is in the dirt, and Constantine will jog his way down to first base. 2 runners now on for the Blues with no outs in the top of the order up to the plate.
101.3 grade, classic country, Dignity Health French Hospital, Open Plumbing, Pool Cat Cafe, Coastal Pediatric Dentistry, and Coast Hills Credit Union. Other sponsors include
Looks like that'll be a mound visit from the Philippines coach. A whole infield in there.
And Central Coast Casualty Restoration.
Rene Regalado will pull his base runners and Jake Hixenbaugh, who is up to the plate, for a little chat as well. The Philippines infield will disperse back to their positions. Mater will run back to second, Constantine to first, and Hixenbaugh will go to the plate for the 4th time today. Sanchez checking over at second, Mater standing frozen. Hixenbaugh will show bunt. He'll lay one down, but that'll fall foul. Mater getting about halfway to third when Hixenbaugh laid that one down foul. The first baseman to Guam stands on the infield grass. So does the third baseman as Hixenbaugh shows bunt again. He pulls it back, but that'll be a called strike 2. Constantine at first. The shortstop, Christian Santiago, standing close to Mater on second. Nomar Vasquez closing in on the infield grass. That ball is way inside. Hixenbaugh with a little step back for ball 1. Both Mater and Constantine stepping off the bag. Mater making lots of action over on second as Hixenbaugh swing and misses for a strikeout swinging from the leadoff batter with 2 runners on. And that'll be a pinch hitter for Brady Alves. Cutter Gage Webb will step to the plate instead.
There's a pinch hitter for Brady Alves. Carrying number 10, it is Cutter Gage Webb.
Hixenbaugh strikes out swinging for the first out of the inning. Cutter Gage Webb steps into the number 2 hole in place of Brady Alves. Cutter Gage Webb, who has played in 10 games with 10 starts. His first game not starting. Pitch is a swung on strike number 1. Mater still at second, Constantine at first. Webb, another one of those native Texas players. Got a couple of them on the team as he takes ball number 1. Webb, who's hitting .378 on the season. That ball will go behind him. Hit off all the way to the backstop, and Mater will safely take third, Constantine to second. A wild pitch moves them over the ball. The pitch going behind Webb for ball number 2. This will be Webb's 4th game in a row. As he takes ball 3, he works his way ahead of this one. Played in both the games against the Sonoma Stompers at home on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then again at the Academy of Barons in Compton last night. The pitch, that'll be outside, and he will draw a walk to load the bases for Brendan Comerford, who's coming in for Jack Gradell.
A pinch hitter for Gradell. Batting in the 3 spot. Number 2, Brendan Comerford.
Brendan Comerford, who did not appear in the game on Wednesday due to a little bit of an injury in warm-ups. Clearly nothing too serious. Nevertheless, he was a late scratch-off in the lineup. Cutter Gauge Webb actually taking his place instead. But it looks like he'll come in here for Gradell. First pitch is low for ball number 1. Pitch is way outside. The catcher, Dylan Tagawam, holds on to it. The count 2-0. On first stands Webb. Second, Constantine, and third, Mater. The only out of the inning coming from a strikeout to Jake Hicksonbaugh. Here's the pitch. Comerford looks like he might go. He doesn't. And that'll be the 3rd straight ball served to the pinch hitter. The pitch. That'll be a little bit inside. Comerford thinking that was ball number 4. Home plate umpire calls it a strike. The count now 3-1. The pitcher, Sanchez, who came in for the first time in this inning, looking to squeeze his way out of this somehow. But nevertheless, he will walk in a batter. Comerford takes first. That sends Mater home. And Constantine to third, Webb to second, and Comerford to first. That's 3 straight walks from Sanchez. He walked Constantine, who now stands on third, Webb, who now stands on second, and Comerford, who stands on first. Pinch hitting for Tate Blasey is going to be Kyle Becker, wearing number 43. That'll be the 7th pitch hitter of the game so far. The bases are still loaded with 1 out for Kyle Becker. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent sky high towards left field. Hector Pino will get under it, but Constantine will run in and the throw will not be in time. That'll be the 2nd run scored in the inning for the Blues. Webb will stay at second, Comerford at first, and Becker will have an RBI flyout. for his first at-bat of the game.
And here's number 49, Cesar Chavez.
Cesar Chavez will step to the plate for the second time today, also with an RBI in his first at-bat, a 2 RBI single. He'll look to make something happen again. First pitch is low for a ball. On first, Comerford. On second, Webb. Chavez, who came in last inning, at the plate. It'll be a double steal. Cutter Gage Webb will take third, and Comerford will take second. No throw or even attempt being made.
2856 and 2716. 2856, 2716. Get your fast feet seat cushion from Promotional Concepts.
The score now 4-3 in this game as Chavez takes the third straight ball. Cesar Chavez, who's originally from Walnut, California, and that ball is way outside for ball number 4. Taguam able to hold on to it, so no runners attempt to go.
Batting on number 7, Diego Murillo.
That'll bring up Diego Murillo, who came in the 5th inning as well and recorded a single. He'll come on with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 6th. Diego, a San Luis Obispo local. His 12th game played, batting .325. And that'll be a called strike number 1 to start off the at-bat. Played in the game last night. Had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts. Second pitch served to him, a ball. He also played in the second game against the Sonoma Stompers on June 17th, that Wednesday game. He recorded a hit and an RBI in that game as well, along with 2 groundouts. That pitch is going to get away from the catcher, Taguam, and that'll score Cutter Gage Webb, the 3rd run of the inning, the 5th run overall.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
And that'll move everyone over. Brennan Comerford now on 3rd and Chavez on 2nd.
Still available both sides of the ballpark. 5-3 game.
Sanchez, who just came in this inning, has now faced 7 batters, not including Diego Murillo, who's at the plate right now. The pitch to him will be swung on for strike number 2. The deuces are wild once again here at Sinsheimer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, and both of them in scoring position. Murillo, who came in last inning, looking to keep it going. And he'll hit that one to the shortstop, Santiago, who will toss it across the diamond to Taguam on first, who will make the play. The Blues increase the score 5-3. Just 1 hit in the inning. 2 runners are left on, no errors occurred, and 3 runs were scored. The Blues go in to the top of the 7th inning up 5-3. Micah Tagium will lead it off for the Philippines baseball group, who are now trailing by 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. The sun has started to set here. First pitch, a called strike. Felix Stork will stay on the mound. Big swing from Tagium, and that'll be strike number 2. The fans yelling hot sauce as Stork leads the count 0-2. That'll be a check swing, and that'll be a strike to Micah Tagium, and that'll sit him down. Felix Stork
27-30
with 3 straight strikes in the first to the first batter of the inning. That'll bring up Ahani Reister.
Johnny Whitester now at the plate.
Reister, who has recorded a single, a ground out, and a strikeout looking so far in the game. First pitch to him will be high for ball number 1. Felix Stork, as I mentioned, making his 5th appearance. Pitched 9 innings with 14 strikeouts after facing 36 batters. Second pitch will be a ball to Reister. That'll be 3 straight balls, that one high, similar to the other 2. The Philippines looking to draw that score back in a little close here as he takes the first strike of the at-bat. The Philippines scored the first run of the game. That was in the 4th inning from Caden Lewis. The Blues then came back with a very eventful inning in the 6th, but Reister will take first on a walk.
Caden Lewis at the plate.
Caden Lewis will step to the plate. Lewis, as I mentioned, the only run of the day. Mater, who's now in the squat, sent that one back down to first base, looking to get the leadoff runner out, but was not able to make the play. 1 ball to Lewis. He'll swing and miss for the first strike. The pitch. That'll be a called strike 2. Great frame attempt by Mater. That ball is sent back towards center field. That'll be caught by Kyle Becker. Reister stays on first, no tag attempt at all. And the second out of the inning as Dylan Tagium steps to the plate. Runner on first. First pitch is swung on for strike number 1. Dylan Taguam, who's in the squat today, has recorded a strikeout, a walk, and a flyout as Stork steps off the mound, but is back on. And here's the pitch, swung on for strike number 2. 2 strikes swinging to Taguam, and that gets the crowd going, cheering for Hot Sauce. Stork with the pitch. That'll be high for ball number 1. A little recap of what's happened so far in the game to the Blues lineup. Miles Mader now in the squat. Sean Rivas at first. Cutter Gage Webb at second. Murillo at shortstop. Constantine stays at third. The pitch is in the dirt. That'll send the runner to second, but not without a throwdown from Mader, and Cutter Gage Webb will tag him out, and that will be it for the top of the 7th inning. No hits, 1 runner left on base, no errors, and no runs scored. The Blues still lead 5-3. Gavin Vanderpool will take the mound for the Philippines baseball group. Sean Rivas will be the first batter he faces in the game. Rivas, who came in the 5th inning, he grounded out and is looking for his first hit of the day. First pitch is swung on for strike number 1. The Blues still hold the lead after a dynamic 6th inning where they scored 3 runs. And that pitch will warrant a meeting from Dylan Taguam to the new pitcher. Not exactly sure what they could have been talking about quite yet, but it looks like the third baseman and shortstop are also chatting it up. The home plate umpire will walk out there, and that'll be it for the meeting. Sean Rivas came in for Sebastian Lopez over at first base. Rivas, who's played in 9 games, make this 10 with 8 starts. Pitch to him will be fouled off. The count 0-2 to the leadoff batter of the inning. With 36 plate appearances, he struck out just 8 times with 8 hits and 3 doubles. pitch on a 0-2 count is swung on, and that will sit down Rivas for a strikeout for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the new catcher, Miles Mater, who's taken a second to make his way to the plate. Mater, who's hitting .421 on the season, highlighted mostly by that walk-off single he had in the last home game against the Sonoma Stompers. The pitch to the catcher is low for ball number 1. The lights are now on, fully brightening the field as the sun sets over the mountains. Fans litter the orange seats and the green grass as Mater takes ball number 2. Mater coming in the 6th inning. A single to start it off, and eventually made his way round for the first run of the 6th inning. A run that tied the score as he served ball number 3. He's gotta love it. Not gonna see a swing there, but he'll take strike number 1. Mater with 16 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. That pitch will get away from the catcher, Tagawam, and Mater will take first on a walk. That'll bring up Constantine. Gavin Constantine, one of 2 players who started the game and are still in it. It's him and Jake Hicksonball, who is on deck at the moment. Constantine with a single, a ground out, and a walk, which brought him all the way around. Now steps to the plate with a runner on and no outs. And Mater will take off. Constantine with a big hit, and that will be players' interference on Constantine. And that'll bring out Dean Traynor. Mater goes for second. Constantine gets in the way of the throw. He bumps into the catcher, Tagawam, which means Constantine will be out, and Mater will have to make his way back to first base, but Dean Traynor come out to figure out what it was all about, but we'll go back to the dugout as Mater walks back to first, and Constantine to the dugout as well. So that'll be the second out of the inning after a player's interference by Constantine. And Mater will go back to first. That'll be strike 1. To the pinch hitter. I'll let you know who that is in just a second here. Dom Nahar. Dom Nahar now in that leadoff position for Jake Hicksonball. Big swing from Nahar for the second strike to count 1-2. Mater on first. Dom Nahar now hitting in the number 1 spot. That ball will get away from Dylan Tagawam, and Mater will go for second. He looks like he's going to go for third, but He's going to trot back to second base. The Deuces, wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second base. The Blues up by 2. The pitch to Nahar is swung on. It'll hit off the barrel. Now it'll go to center field. It'll get... That was a cat. It's a little dark out there, but Eric Espinoza makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. 1 runner left on base going into the top of the 8th inning here at Sinsheimer Stadium. Dylan Tagawam will start it off here in the 8th inning. Man, has this game gone pretty quickly, at least for me up here in the broadcast booth. First pitch to him will be high for ball number 1. Zach Savino, sorry, Felix Stork on the mound still. As Tagawam fouls that one off for strike number 1. Sorry, that'll be Duke Aloy, the pinch hitter for Tagawam. That'll be the second pinch hitter for the Philippines baseball group so far in the game. The next one, who we'll see in just a second, Austin Bash. As Stork serves in ball number 2. In the last inning, Stork faced just the minimum, and will need to do so to keep the small lead the Blues have so far. The score only 5-3. Stork giving the 3rd straight ball. Pitch. Called strike number 2. Aloy did not seem to agree with that one on there. Went to toss his bat, but gonna need it because the bat is not over yet. Count is full. Infield ready. As he swings that one over to shortstop, Diego Maria will glove it, send it to Rivas. A little off the bag, but a big stretch. Will not be in time. The first base umpire saying Rivas was off the bag. And Aloy made it in safely. Dean Trainer does not agree with that one. He's going to make his way out. The ball was certainly off the bag coming from Murillo, but a big stretch from Rivas. It looked, at least from up here, as though he had made the play with his foot on the bag. Obviously, the first base umpire has a little bit of a better view than me all the way up here, but what do I know? He'll go and meet with the home plate umpire. And the call will stand. Duke Aloy will take first base. And that will be an error on Rivas.
Batting on number 8, Austin Bash.
That'll bring up Austin Bash, who came in the 6th inning and popped out to third base. First pitch is up high. Lefty versus lefty matchup here with Austin Bash and Felix Stork. The pitch is swung on and sent back into foul territory.
Movement for Life, our sponsor of the Free Foul Ball program tonight.
The count is 1-1 with no outs and a runner on first base who got on from an error. Aloy dances over at first. Not a terribly large lead. Maybe not wanting to test his luck over there. As Felix serves strike number 2. Pitch is chopped, and the second baseman Webb attempts to barehand grab it on the hop, isn't able to make the grab. So Bash will safely land on first base and Aloy to second.
Sponsors of Blues Baseball include Earth System.
That'll be a single for Bash.
As well as Electric Craft, ES Chat,
And bring up Eric Espinoza.
Other sponsors are Hayward Lumber, the all-law office of
Now I'm going to keep my eyes peeled in this at-bat as one of his foul balls came right up into the press box. Well, dropped just below the press box from my angle. Looked like it was coming right at my face. But here I am, still talking. Runners on first and second. The tying run at first in Austin Bash, who just got on from a single. Single that never left the infield. Eric Espinoza at the plate. He takes the first ball up high. Both the runners on the base paths did not start in the game today. Eric Espinoza, on the other hand, did. He got on in his first at-bat via an error by the shortstop, who at the time was Joey Blank. An RBI flyout in his second at-bat, a single in his third, which eventually brought him around. That pitch will be a ball. Miles Mader attempts to throw it down to second to get Aloy out on the back tag, but was not in time. 3 straight balls to Espinoza. There's room for him on the base paths, but that would mean the base is loaded for the top of the order. Pitch. And he'll do just that. Eric Espinoza draws a walk, and the bases are loaded for Christian Santiago. That'll draw Dean Trainer from the dugout, going to meet with his pitcher, Felix Stork. And that'll be it for him. We'll let you know who just came out of the dugout when we get back. There's a new pitcher on the mound. Brendan Comerford steps to the mound here in the 8th inning. Brendan Comerford, who you may more familiarly know him as the third baseman for the Blues and even hitting in the lineup right now. He's hitting number 3. But nevertheless, there he is on the mound. This is his second appearance as a pitcher in any sort of collegiate game. His first appearance came against the Menlo Park Legends on the 6th of June. He pitched just 1 inning, faced 5 batters with 2 strikeouts, a hit, and a ground out. And here he is again. He will face the leadoff batter, Christian Santiago, with bases loaded. The first 2 pitches, balls. Comerford, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit of an injury in warm-ups on Wednesday, and looks like he's all right because there he is out there on the hump. First strike will come from a foul ball from Santiago. To recap the inning, Duke Aloy started it off, an error by Sean Rivas at first. Puts him on. Austin Bash with a single, and Eric Espinoza walks to get on and load the bases. That's another ball served to Santiago. The count 3-1. Brendan Comerford in just his second appearance as a pitcher in any collegiate game. And that ball is laced to left field. Dom Nahar will glove it. He'll send that one to second base. Cutter Gage Webb will grab the ball and a force out. Will take out Austin Bash. Austin Bash was off the base when Dom Nahar made the catch in the air. And maybe wasn't anticipating the throw going to second, but Cutter Gage Webb was there and the force out got him out. Duke Aloy comes in to bring the score 5-4. The Blues still up. Austin Bash out on a force out, and Eric Espinoza stays at first base. Christian Santiago with a sac fly to left field. Two strikes to the number 2 batter, Nomar Vasquez. Comerford with the pitch. Swung on and sent foul over by the Blues bullpen. Nomar Vasquez fighting off with 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 8th inning, the Blues still leading, but the Philippines able to put one across the plate here with another runner on base. The pitch fouled off once again. Vasquez stays alive. Espinoza not making a huge effort to steal over on first. I'm not sure Comerford's even paying attention to him over there, just focusing on the batter up in the count with 2 strikes and no balls. The pitch is swung on once again and sent foul, this time over into the grass.
Movement for Life sponsors our free foul balls all night long tonight. Movement for Life will give you personal care tailored to your unique
That'll be
needs.
3 balls fouled off from Vasquez. No balls from Comerford. Eric Espinoza goes for second. Mater is going to try to throw it down to Cutter Gage Webb. The ball will get away from him and sent into center field. Espinoza makes an effort for third, but changes his mind and skedaddles back to second. That'll be the first ball served to Vasquez, the count 1-2. A runner now in scoring position. Pitch. And that'll be called strike number 3. Comerford will get out of a bases loaded situation with only 1 run scored in just his second appearance on the mound as a collegiate pitcher. The score 5-4. The Blues still lead going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Cutter Gage Webb will start it off here for the Blues. Came in the 6th inning, walked, and eventually made his way round to home plate. First ball is swung on, and that's sent back. That'll be near the marketing tent. That'll be the first strike in the at-bat. He'll face Gavin Vanderpool once again as he hacks that one down the left field line, and that will be gloved by the shortstop, Christian Santiago, who caught that running backwards towards Hector Pina, the left fielder. For out number 2 and up to the plate, Brendan Comerford. Just stepped off the mound, and there he is back at the plate. Came in the 6th as well.